Hello everybody, my name is Jamila Fisher. I am the old woman making things. If you're watching this segment of the show, then you're probably on replay. So hit me up with the hashtag replay and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. The red live button's lit up at the top of the screen, then I am live and I'm so happy that you're here with me. And if you're with me on replay, I'm happy to have you there too. You're welcome anytime you come because I love all of you. Today is an event sponsored by Connie at Thoughts to Treasures. It's Crafter's Choice. And I hope y'all have been watching because the crafts have just been phenomenal all day. I'm so glad. Okay, we got people coming in. Yay. Let me see if I can find myself real quick. Yep, and there I am. So let me turn myself down. Hello, everybody. My name is Jamila Fisher. I am happy to have you there. Because you don't need to be hearing me twice. You can, okay, hey, Dina. Hey, Becky. I know I missed some people. I'm so sorry. Okay. All right, pinned at the bottom is a link to Connie's group page where you can see all of the crafters and all the replays. Hey, Leslie. Just by going in that group and refreshing after every person. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Valerie. And y'all, hello to everybody I missed. I'm so sorry. Let me get that out of the way. I don't need that. You're making dinner but listening. That sounds like a good thing. Hey, Elaine. Okay, y'all, what I'm going to do today is it's a Crafter's Choice event, and I know people are doing spring. Hey, Nora. And I don't think that this is particularly a spring thing. I think it's more of a fall thing. And I've lost the hat. But what I have is this Acorn. This was given to me by Dina in Happy Mail. And it's going to become an Acorn Gnome, is what it is. And I've done a fairly sloppy job of painting the top as well, but I'll try to fix that up. And I did paint the bottom because acorns are a little bit different, lighter on the bottom than they are on the body. And I just wanted to give it a little bit more dimension. And I see I missed a spot. Okay, well, that's par for the course. This is going to have just a simple sock gnome in it. And I went ahead and made it because, hey, Trina. Thanks for walking the gnomes, Krista. Hey, Rebecca. And Carol. Okay, so this is the gnome. It's a simple sock gnome, and I can show you how to make it. If you've never made a sock gnome, I can show you how to do that if I have time after this is over. Thank you for walking the gnome, Cindy. Hey, Janet. Hey, Denise. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do, this is going to be the hat. I'm going to take that off and put it aside. And Connie, thank you so much for having me in this event. It's just been wonderful. I've seen. Thank you for sharing me to your group, Sister Jerry. I appreciate that. Let's see. Hey, Shirley. Okay, I'm not caught up by any means. Oh, I missed a lot. Hey, Pam. Okay, so this is the first thing I'm going to do is put clothes on him. And y'all, I always over-prepare because something always goes wrong, and I think I'm going to have lots and lots of time to finish things, and I don't. So I went ahead and I made a shirt. And, I seal them up with fabric glue every chance I get. Hey, Krista. Oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. Hey, Regina. I'm just going to turn it right side out. And this is a boy gnome, so I'm going to put the seam in the front because the beard will cover it. So let me get this, and don't need that yet. And just put this on him. It's going to be a little big, and I didn't hem it because you're not going to see the bottom or the top of this fabric. You may not see the fabric at all except in the back. I don't know. We'll see. But, okay. So that's all it is, and this is where, all this is going to be hidden, y'all, so we don't have to be. Thank you for sharing the toast. What, the toast, really? Hey, Carol Ruth, I enjoyed watching you earlier. So I'm just going to run a bead of glue around the top just because I don't want his shirt to fall off. Hey, Nate, thank you for sharing, Carol. And Y'all, the sock gnome is just, you put some rocks at the bottom and you put some hot glue on top of those so they won't rattle around. And then you, hey Daryl, hey Pamela, hey Lisa. Thank you for sprinkling, Daryl. Well, I forgot what, and then you just, you know, make it as tall as you want it, and then you tie it off with, I use a dental floss. Some people use rubber bands, but they break after a while, they deteriorate. So I just use, yes, this is, I'm a pepper. This is a Dr. Pepper thing. Dina gave this to me for my birthday because, you know, I always have a Dr. Pepper in my hand. So my shirt says, I'm a pepper. And hot or not, I don't know, but it's, I like it. It's a birthday present. And see, he just fits in just like that. And when he gets his hat on, which I'm not going to put on, well, if he puts his hat on, then he looks kind of like a gnome. Y'all, I really did iron his shirt, but I didn't get the creases out. So, I'll check the volume. Can y'all hear me okay? I pushed the button too long and it went to shut off or to call 911. So I may have lost you for just a minute, so I'm so sorry. Okay, after me, before I forget to tell you, is Bluebird Crafting with Tracy. And I do not have a link for her. I'm so sorry. Definitely a spicy pepper. Well, thanks. I don't mind being spicy, y'all. I don't mind at all. Okay, so this is the front. And somewhere, there's some residue. Okay, so now now he's got clothes on. That's a good thing. Every gnome needs clothes. And let's see where the hat goes. Oops, I should have taken these out. You can hear great. Oh, good. Thank you. Michelle, I love Dr. Pepper too. I'm not without them. Hey, Petra, I loved your bunny. He was so cute. She was so cute. Delaware's in the house. I am making an acorn gnome. And y'all, I really don't think acorns are a spring-related thing. And I'm sorry, but a lot of you know that I just had an 80 to 100-year-old oak tree cut down in my backyard because it was threatening my house. And it had to come down. So and it's dropped a lot of acorns, and some of them are going to appear in this project. And a piece of the wood that I cut off is going to be in this project. So this is kind of, Dina coined this phrase, ode to an oak tree. So sort of in honor of my deceased tree. Oh, you sang it? I don't sing anything. I get dinged all the time for having music on my video, which I never have. And I know I don't have a singing voice, so you'll never hear me sing. Okay, I'm just putting this arm as far up to the top as I can get because it's going to be covered by the hat, so you won't see that. So, well, I'm not going to put it on yet. I wrapped the arm in the top part of the sock so that I didn't have to put hot glue directly on it, because hot glue will melt the Dollar Tree rollers. These are Dollar Tree rollers. So to make the sleeves for this, I've already cut, you know, the right length, and I'm just going to hem up one side, the bottom, just a little bit. And I don't strictly have to do that because I'm going to cover it up anyway, but I'm doing it. And then I'm going to go run a bead of glue just up one edge because, you know, I've ordered a turner, you know, a sleeve turner, but it hadn't come in. And I cannot, for the life of me, turn one of these tiny little sleeves without breaking it. So I'm just going to hem one side. And this gives kind of an illusion of having a finished sleeve. It's just an illusion. Hey, Penny, it's good to see you too. Paula, thank you for walking the gnomes. And then I'm going to put I'm going to put the sleeve down with just a little. I don't want that showing. Let me check something. Oh yeah, that's plenty big. That's okay. I'm just going to put the end of the sleeve, and this little hand thing is going to go there. So I'm just going to put this on the very edge of the bottom. But first I'm going to run some glue up this edge. And I'm just going to roll the sleeve on top of that. And that way I can just roll it. Try to roll it straight. Well, I just read a tip that I think Kellyanne Crafts said that if you dip the end of your glue tool in Vaseline, you don't get so many glue strings. And I meant to try that, but I didn't. So I'm just going to roll it over and see when I finish, it'll look kind of like I've got a seamed arm when I really don't. And then I'm just going to roll the sleeve over that. And I think I'll go ahead. I've got a little bead for the hand. For the hand, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that on to the end of the Dollar Tree roller. If I can remember where I left my glue. Okay, so now we have an arm in my version of a hand. So we're just going to do the other one the same way. And I'll take the end off of, this button thing at the end of the roller off, and then I hook the Dollar Tree roller over the top so that the hand doesn't fall off, because that's not a good look on anybody. So let me fix the other sleeve. I'm sorry I'm not talking. I need to be talking. Oh, good. We have 93 people here. Yay. Thank y'all so much for being here. And I'm going to put glue in the glue too. Works much better that way. I was watching a crafter who makes gnomes last night, and she said the same thing. That glue tools work much better if they actually have glue in them. But I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. But if you don't, and I'm the first one to say it, then I'm happy to have taught you something. Always have glue in your glue tool. It's the thing to do. Okay, now put some glue over here. Y'all, these are the easiest gnomes you can make. They are so very simple because you don't have to worry about legs. You don't have to worry about feet because all that's down inside your container. Okay, so now we have two arms, two of them. So we're going to take our little gnome and we're going to put one on each side right at the top. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get his hand on. That didn't quite come together there, y'all. But it's okay because it's going to be covered up. I hope. In fact, I may just go ahead and cover it. Let me put his hand on and then I'll cover all that up. Ooh, somebody left already. Have I bored y'all so already? Oh, somebody came back. Okay, that's good. My friend Billy's coming in. So, hey, Billy. What does it say? Oh, okay. Thank you, Nola. I appreciate you walking the gnomes for me. Okay, so I'm just going to put a fair amount of glue on top of the arm. Because you don't want the arm falling off either. And I'm just going to hold it in place for a little while until it catches. And this seam is toward his body, but you put him there, you put him back, just somewhere where they'll be less conspicuous, the seams. See him up over there. It's easier if you can actually find the seam. Okay, so stick it right there and just hold them. Ouch. Try not to hold the glue. Try to hold the arm and not the glue. Another tip for me. Hey, Patricia from Tennessee. Thank you for speaking to each other when you come in. I do appreciate that. I know Dina's catching them. So Dina's a moderator today. Well, I didn't. This may be a double-breasted shirt because it's off-center, but you know everything I do is off-center. Every single thing I do is off-center. Okay, so now let's decide where the nose is going to go. Here's a hat. Y'all see that? My nose was trying to escape. Okay. So I'm going to put his nose right there. The person I saw making gnomes last night said, this is the ugly stage of gnomes. This is where you think, what is she doing? What is she doing? Hey, Kay. What is she doing? But it will come together. Oh, and I better slow down or I'm going to have to I'm going to have to babble a lot if I don't slow down, because I don't want to get finished before my time. Or not a whole lot before my time, but y'all. Hey, Norma. You do so. I'm glad you're here now. Y'all, I miss people when I don't see them. Okay, so. All right, now we have some choices for the beards. We have this cream color, which I think is what I'm going to use because it's what I've got the most of. I have a little bit of white, but not enough. And then we have this gray, but I really don't think that's going to be long enough. Let me see. Yeah, we can use gray or cream color. What do you think? Gray? Gray or cream color? Hey, Deborah. Waiting for a response. Thank you for sprinkling, Deborah. I appreciate that. Gray or cream color? Carol Ruth, your gnomes are wonderful. You've caught the fever, friend. You have definitely caught the fever. You know, I don't know why you were so afraid of them, because they're really easy. Oh, I'm blurry and pausing? I'm sorry. You can't hear me very well. Let me adjust this. And see if that's turned itself down. That had turned itself down a little bit. Is that better? Okay. And you can't hear me, and I'm freezing off and on. Cream color. Okay, so got a response. So I'm going to go with it. Oh, Carol Ruth, thanks for giving me credit for that. But, you know, you've been watching Justin for a gazillion years. But, well, 3. Okay, we'll go with cream color. So let me see how long we want it to be. I think we're just going to cover the whole shirt. All right, now, y'all, I always put my cutting tool right there, and it's not there. See, something always goes wrong. Always. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, well, I can't, so let me get a pair of scissors. You can hear me fine. Thank you, Patricia. Hey, Carla. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, now, y'all, I'm going to use scissors. But if you use scissors, you want to be real careful that you're just cutting the backing here and going under the fur. So, yeah, I'm using the cream color. So, well, I've lost how long I want it. Went right there. Thank you, Carol. This was a birthday present from Dina. If you cut the fur, you're not going to have that nice little fringy thing at the bottom. Now, Justin can make a notch and tear it, but I can't do that. I don't have the hand strength, so I'm just going to cut it. But if you cut it, do it very carefully. Wanda Bretz, B-R-E-T-Z. Your name has been picked to win napkins, so send me a private message with your mailing address, and I will send you out some napkins, or they will be sent. You know, honestly, Dina's the one that sends them. And sometimes Rebecca does too. If I've got enough, I can tear it. Nope. Nope, I can't. Oh, let me see if I can. I'm not quite as careful going lengthwise because what you really want to do is after you cut it, you want to be sure that you've got this fringe of fur down here. Otherwise, it looks like he has a crew cutter in his beard. That's not a good look. Not a good look. Okay, and I'm going to find the middle. And I usually forget this part. And I'm just going to cut a little notch out here for the nose. Doesn't have to be a real big notch. I think I'm going to hem it in just a little bit. Like so. Hey, Ampy. Hey, Doris. Okay. So now we have a beard. Thank you, Cheryl. I'm missing a whole bunch of comments down here. Actually, no, I'm not. Thank you for sprinkling, Linda. Thank you for sharing publicly, Patricia. I appreciate that. I like this color fur too. Okay, so my notch could be, it's either too long or it's not long enough. But it'll work. Maybe a little bit more. Well, I usually forget this part. Y'all, if you make gnomes and you work with fake fur and hot glue, be very careful. Because if the glue gets on the fur and your fingers, it burns like the dickens. Yeah, it was really warm here today. It's nice. I've been running around in this t-shirt all day. Well, I haven't run very much. Been walking around in this t-shirt. I don't run. Because y'all, I'm clumsy. If I start running, I'm going to trip over my own 2 feet. I can do that just walking. I don't have to be running. Okay, so there he has his beard. Let me... Okay, so now he looks like a wise old man, doesn't he? He is the spirit of the oak tree. And I'm going to fluff his beard out a little bit, and it kind of makes a mustache looking thing, which I think is kind of cute, especially if you've got an old man. All right, now I want him to have some hair. So didn't leave myself quite enough there. Let me see. Well, just lay down and rest for a little while, old guy. He's a geezer, y'all. I need to even this out because it's not long enough. It's not wide enough to be his hair. Now what I've learned is if you can vaguely see the scissors that are underneath the lining, then you're pretty much okay. See, I still have my little fringe thing going. So that's good. So let me see. If I do it like that, it's getting to be a tight fit in there. No, it wants to be longer. Doesn't want to be that long. Where's that piece of fur? Now I will use this other fur for another gnome. I save the tiniest little scraps because you can always use a scrap of fur for something. And it's too expensive just to throw away. So I have little fur balls everywhere. And I don't have a cat. What's the time? Ooh, it's getting away from me, y'all. A minute ago I had a lot of time, and now I've just got 28 minutes. But that's okay, because we're almost done with him, and he's the biggest part of it. Hey, Wanda. Okay. Now, it's going to be too big around, so I'm going to have to cut some more off. But I want it to go all the way around. So I'm going to cut it off right about there. And y'all, it's not rocket science. It's just, a matter of close enough. Okay, see now I have two more beards. One for a little gnome and one for this size gnome. And I've got his hair. It does go almost all the way around. So I'm going to find the center and the center and glue it down. What am I missing, y'all? I'm so sorry I'm not paying attention to comments. We got 108 people. Woohoo, yay. See, he's kind of a hot mess under here, but that's okay. Nobody sees that. How long have I been crafting? I've been crafting for about 1.5 years. Seriously crafting. Yeah, I tried crafting about 30 years ago, and I couldn't do anything that I would even want to look at, let alone anybody else see. But for some reason, November of 2021, things just kind of clicked. So I think he is going to be cute, actually. So let me get his hat on him, and we'll see. I'm going to hope his hat will go on him. Just about won't. Hey, Ginger. It's a tight fit, you guys. Okay, so let me... Lordy, he's standing up by himself, that's for sure. Well, doesn't have feet. He can't stand up by himself. He has no legs. I really don't like putting glue on fur, but you do what you have to do, you know? Gnome's walking. Good, thank you. Hey, Donna. Oh, y'all, he's a little bit too big for his hat. Okay, but there he is. There he is. That part of him is done. So I'm going to take him now and put him in his little home, and that'll help him stand up. All right, now, since he's my oak tree, he's part of my oak tree, I have a little bird nest that I'm going to put right up there on one of his arms, because there actually was a bird nest in that tree. Yep, his hat is the top of an acorn jar. It's the top of it was an acorn shaped container, and this is the top. You know, you see the acorns that have the little thing up there that looks like a hat? It is. Well, my birds fell out of the tree. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to put the bird nest in his, on his arm. So he still have all this. Right now I'm just putting his cuff on. You know what? This cup's not quite big enough, so I'm not going to do that. Ow. Okay. Thank you. I think he's kind of cute, actually. Let me put the bird nest back on him. So there's the bird nest. And let me see what else I've got. Okay, I've got this block of wood. And y'all, this is a block of wood that I personally cut off one of the branches of the tree. Now it's not quite dry enough. Oh, glorious snow today. Now rain and freeze. Oh gosh, y'all stay inside and stay warm. It's not sanded down as much as it's going to, and it's not quite dry enough, so it's going to have to, I'm not going to glue them down or glue anything to the board. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. But then I'm going to take everything off, and I'm going to continue to dry it and continue to sand it. But you can see it's kind of coming along. Now I also have somewhere in this pile of stuff, I've got another board that's smaller than this one. Thought I did. Let me see. Yeah. I've got this one that's smaller, and I can use that. So I'm going to show you what he looks like on both of them. On this one, you know, he has more room around him. Hey, Marcia. This one, he has more room around him, and this one, I did not cut this one, and it's, you know, he's going to have to be sitting on a slant on this one, but it's a little bit smaller, but there's still room for him. So what do you think? Do we want the bigger board, or do we want the smaller board? The bigger board's heavier. What is that? Oh, paint. Either one will do, but which one do you think? Bigger here or smaller? Oh, see, I'm frozen on my iPad. This is not good. Perfect the way it is. Hey, Camille. Just popped on. I'm glad you're here. You don't think he needs a board? You know, when we're shopping in the basement and picked him out as something to do, he does look kind of Scottish, doesn't he? That looks like a tam. It does. So it's a Scottish oak tree. We'll just say that. Okay, well, I can decide that later. I've got some, y'all, these are not oak leaves. I honestly don't know what an oak leaf looks like. That I thought I could, you know, just sort of put around him, but I don't think there's room for it. Let me see. I can at least get leaves that are the same with each other. You know, just kind of tuck them in so he's got some leaves coming out of it. Smaller, okay. Change of plans, you will. Smaller one looks better. And Catherine says the bigger one. Smaller, most people are saying smaller. Bigger one. Connie, did you finish that sentence? You will what? Okay. Most people are saying, well, now it's pulling out. Yes, I am putting stuff around the bottom. I've got some, where is it? Oh, I've got some moss that, you know, I am going to put around the bottom. I'll show you. Because I love making a mess of my desk. I'm going after you. Do you take more? No, I think I'll be through, Connie. But thank you. Okay, y'all, there's been a change of plans, and Connie from Thoughts to Treasures is going to be coming on after me. But I've got And like I say, I'm not going to glue this down right now because no matter which board I use, yep, shipping would be more with the big one. But I'll show you both of them. And I might leave it if somebody decides to buy this, and I might leave it to that person. But I'm not gluing it down, so don't expect it to stay on there because it's not going to. You're going to do flowers or anything around him. I have some acorns up here. Anyway, okay, I've got that, you know, there's going to be moss around him. I've got some acorns that, you know, I can scatter down here at his feet. Good night, Wanda. I'm sorry it keeps freezing. Uh-oh. Anyway, some acorns, and I can put flowers down here. The big one if you're putting things on the bottom. Well, let's just see. I don't have to put things on the bottom, but y'all, I know people like moss. I don't like the mess it makes. And I'm not a super neat person, but I still don't like the mess it makes. Anyway, he's going to have some acorns down here. Okay, Craft Queens is up next. Y'all, Craft Queens is going to be up next. So, and Connie, if you've got that link and you want Dina to pin it, she can. Now, do I need flour? I've got flowers. And we're going to be sending a real mixed message with this guy because I've got spring flowers, and I really think that acorns are autumn, but you know, I really don't care. So I've got some hot bushes and, you know, a little bit of baby's breath and whatever that is. But what do you think? Do I need flowers? I do have made Santa faces out of acorn chews. Go ahead and acorn. Okay, I've got some little mushrooms that could go down there. Don't have many mushrooms. I've got two little mushrooms in somewhere. There's a slightly bigger one. There it is. That's like I say, I'm not gluing these down, y'all, because I really don't want to. I've got to give the board a chance to heal. See, I'm not going all the way around. Are y'all getting the idea here? Craft Queens or Crafty Queens? You're allergic to the dust and Spanish moss. I don't care for Spanish moss because it makes a big mess. But and I've got some bees. I mean, I'm really mixing seasons here. No flowers. Okay. I think that's pretty much what I was thinking too. Just the acorns and the mushrooms. And I'll have time to find some more mushrooms. And he wandered off into a flower garden. Moss looks great. Okay. So, well, I didn't even need an hour. Because if I were going to glue it down, I do have small sprouts. I do have a little birdhouse that can. So there used to be a birdhouse in that tree. It's a tree, yeah. Hey, Michelle. Let's see, you know, he could have a little birdhouse coming out over here, which is kind of cute. So, what do you think? You do, you. Okay, thank you. It's adorable. Yeah, it is more of a fall theme, which means I'm probably not going to be able to find any more mushrooms. But, y'all, I just wanted to honor my tree. You know, my 80 to 100-year-old oak tree. That, but it will live on in craft rounds, and I may make a tabletop out of something. You know, I don't know, but this is what it is. You think it's cute? Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Elaine. I think he's kind of cute too, actually. Oops. See if you can get him facing forward. Is he facing forward now? I can't tell. You like what I've done? Okay, great. Thank you, and thank you, Dina. I'll straighten out the moss, and I think that probably the bigger round is won't be as crowded looking, but I'll see. Ode to the Old Tree. Hey, Barb. But that's it. And, you know, I'd be mixing seasons again, but I could put, I'll be up here, and I could put flowers up there, but, you know, I really don't think Fall Scott in the Woods, yeah. I think I'm going to leave the birdhouse. Thank you, Catherine. I think I'm going to leave that. Okay, or you got some napkins. You're welcome. All right, the birdhouse. Okay, so where is the front of this thing? Is he looking at the camera? No, he's not. There. So you can get the full glory. Now, I do have a frog, but the frog's a little big. Yeah, the frog's a little big. It's awesome. Michael's mushrooms. I'll go look at Michael's and see if I can find some more mushrooms, because he needs mushrooms if he's going to be in the fall. Hey, Mita. Yeah, the bigger round is better since I have things down there. Okay, good. Now I can finally see what he looks like. I could make it so I could change him at the seasons. That birdhouse is sweet, and I don't know what. I think Justin gave that to me in Happy Meal, I think. So, anyway, that's it, and I still got 8 minutes. Oh, no. Does anybody need to see how to make a sock gnome, how to make the sock gnome? Liz from Crafty Queens is up next. Yeah, thank you, Connie. Yeah, if you're new to my page, you haven't seen me before, please go ahead and follow me and join my family. A yellow ribbon. Okay, where would you put a yellow ribbon? You know, I can do that. Oh, good idea. I may try that with the pixie dough too. But I don't have much luck with the pixie dough. Trim the green on the bottom. I will. I just put it around so you could see basically what it looked like. But I'm going to take it all off and take the round back downstairs and finish letting it cure and finish sanding it up. Thank you, Patricia. You know, I kind of like him too. I think he's cute. And I think that's probably all he needs. I mean, I'll see what a yellow ribbon looks like, but I don't know. He's kind of cute. You know, Dina, thank you for giving him to me. I love him. Yeah, I love putting gnomes in these jars. Crafter up next changed. The crafter after me is Crafty Queens. Hi, Faye. Thank you, Shirley. Thank you, Natalie. Crafty Queens. It's a change in the schedule. Oh, it's mushroom molds. No wonder. Yeah, I'm probably going to leave him just the way it is. Would love to see how to make a sock gnome. Okay. All right, the first thing you need is a sock. A sock. This is a man's sock from Dollar Tree. And yeah, we do just have to roll with it. And I cut off this part. You don't have to, but I'm going to. I just cut off this part, and I used that to line the sleeves. Y'all, this won't take long. And then you put some rocks. Any kind of rocks will do. You know, I usually use the white rocks from Dollar Tree. LoveTheEgg.com craft. I don't know what that means. Is that where I can get mushrooms? like ribbon or bling on the bottom of the lid. Well, if I can find something to go with the Scottish forager theme, I will, but you just put some rocks on the bottom, and that's just to weight it down. Thank you for the stars, whoever sent those. I appreciate it. Y'all, I will go back and look at your comments. You're saying, okay. As long as nobody hears it on my live, that's fine. Sing all you want to. Well, Gloria, you stay warm. You're the one in a blizzard. Not really. Okay, and then I take the sock all the way down as far as I can, and put hot glue down on the rocks. Like so, y'all. They do take a fair amount of glue. And you don't need a whole lot of glue, just, enough to kind of keep it stable. And then you pull that up and you let it dry. Can y'all see what I'm doing? It needs a little bit more, and I've rolled up the sock. Try not to do what I just did and get the glue on the sock, but it really doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden and nobody's going to see it. And it does take a little while for this to dry, but we're going to hurry it along. And then I use polyfill just because I've got a lot of it. But you can use plastic bags from the grocery store. You can use fabric. You can use anything you want to stuff him. So then you just put your stuff down here. And I'm going to have to be careful because the glue down there is still hot. So I don't want to stick my fingers in it. And I just push it all the way around the rocks. Y'all with me? Got 2 minutes to finish this up. So I'm just going to stuff him. And you can make him as fat as the sock will let you, or as skinny as you want him. So I'm just stuffing it in. And ordinarily I'd pull the polyfill away, but I've only got 2 minutes now. And now assume that's as tall as you want him. It won't be, but, he'd be a little short one, but assume that's as tall as you want him. Then what you do is you get some twine or some yeah, I could use that as a jabber, but I'm pretty much through jabbing. I'll make him, and you just get I use dental floss, and you just tie it around the top. Now, obviously I would make him taller, but all you do is you put rocks in the bottom, you put glue on top of it, and you tie it in knots. And then I would, if this was as tall as I wanted him, then I would cut most of this off. But, or, you could fold it down, and I don't exactly know I don't know why you do that, but you could. And then all you have to do is dress him. It's the easiest gnome you can make. And if y'all want me to, I will do one from scratch on a live coming up pretty soon. So, okay, y'all, my time is up. Crafty Queens is probably already on. And I can see that I'm frozen. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for liking what I did. And I'm sorry that my desk is such a mess, but this is what we did, y'all.